This is code.org. Let's see what we got here. Well, obviously we have a game. By the way, if yours isn't working, notice my score. You need to go back and do the other parts of the lesson. Change the background with score. Once you've caught 10 coins, it's time to celebrate. Woohoo! You should change the background to be something fun. Do this. Use an if statement and two separate functions to draw your backgrounds. Then go write your functions outside of your draw loop. You get to decide what simple or silly backgrounds are. Have fun. This sounds awesome. So I guess we're going to have two different backgrounds. Maybe the one background we'll start with, and the other one, it's interesting they said simple and silly, didn't put it in here. All right. And then the other one we will change it to when we score 10. So they suggested functions, and by suggested, we need to do functions. I'm headed a function. Let me just drag one of these functions out, and I'll go one at a time. I'm going to just go into this so I can space it out so we can see it. But you don't need to do that. All right. So simple and silly, or was it silly and wacky? What do they say? Simple and silly. All right. So I'm going to say, I could just call this simple, but that doesn't really tell someone else what the function does. I'm going to say maybe draw a simple background or simple background. I'm going to say draw a simple background. Usually you wouldn't have a function name that long, but I just want to make really clear what it does. All right. So this should be simple. Let's head over to drawings. And I'm going to do a background color. And red it is. Big decisions. Well, orange it is. All right. And then it's going to be simple. So like, I guess I'll just do a few shapes. I'm going to go ahead and grab out a circle or an ellipse. And remember, XY location, this would be dead center. I'm going to put mine off center. So I'm going to say like 150. This is size. 400 is ginormous. I'm going to do 100 and 100. Right now I'll have a gray blob, and I can show you. It won't draw anything right now. We have to ask it to. So I'm going to go ahead and just for testing purposes, drop my function call, because you must call a function for it to work. Notice I'm also putting it under background white, because that way this will cover up that other background. So, and I name mine draw background. Run. And there we are. So it's an ugly grayish color. Maybe that's not what I want. It's not what I want. I also want to move it down some. I was going to kind of have it be centered-ish. And maybe a bit off this screen. Something like that. Or close to it. And I need a fill color, remember? So fill, I'm going to say purple. I'm probably going to do no stroke. No, not no fill. Which means no outline. Let me drop that there. Sure. All right. There, and maybe I'll have no idea. I'll also do a tiny rectangle, because why not? Little. And it's going to be at 350x and 350. I'm going to make this pretty small, 50-50. It will be purple too right now if I leave it. Oh, look, it's over in the corner. Fun. I can barely see that. All right, so there's my simple background. It is super beautiful. Oh, that's right. Squares are drawn from their top left. I'm going to do 300, 300. All right, super cool. You're jealous. I get it. Now, I also want a wacky or a silly one. So I'm going to do the same thing here, functions, and I'll just drop this here. And I'm going to say draw silly background. That is what they called it, right? Yep. Draw a silly background. All right, cool. Now, for this one, let me reset. For this one, I want to make it a bit wild. So I'm heading into drawing, background color. I'm going to use RGB, if we have it, which we don't. Okay, so I'm not, but let's do yellow. Let's light blue. That will look like the sky. Light green it is. Does that work? Oh, see, now we can't. So I need to go up here, and to test it, I'm going to say draw silly background. There we are. Okay, light green works. And now what do I want? Well, I want it to kind of go wild. So I'm going to do, I don't even know. I'm going to throw some stuff down here. Rectangle, ellipse, text that will show over it. Text size, so we actually do that. I'm going to do stroke, blue outline on some. just on these first two. Going wild. And then no stroke on this ellipse and the text. All right, now what size? It's going to be nuts if I just do that, right? It looks like nothing. All right, let's change up these sizes for the rectangle. I'm going to split them up into, we'll say this will be, this is the X and Y, so we'll say 50 and 50, and then I'm going to do 125. Now this one I'm going to do towards the bottom, so I'll do 350, nope, 50 for X, I don't know, 350 for Y, 200, sure, let's see. Oh, we're not going to be able to see it. Let me throw a fill color so we can differentiate. Fill yellow for that one, I'll take that. And I'm going to fill them different colors because it's a silly background. Fill, not yellow again. Teal, going wild. The ellipse is going to cover them up, I think. Yep. Okay, so now we need to shrink this down. I'll have it kind of in the center. I guess 300 for X. And then size, 50 and 100. Why not? And then color for my ellipse is... Oh, it will let us do RGB. Ooh, I like this. RGB, and then I'm going to randomize it. Where's math? Going crazy. 0 and 255, and I'll just have it be a random color of red. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, and I'm gonna do one more like this, so I'm just gonna copy this. Oh no, I can leave this color alone. Nope, I want to do one more of a different color, so I'm gonna copy and just smack it down there, except now I'm gonna move this here and have that be 50. And let's have it be opposite. So 200, 300, 100, 80. Let's see. Wild rah! Notice my text way up there at the top? That's this thing. So I'm going to say, yo. And I want it at the bottom because otherwise you won't be able to see it. I'm going to do text size 20. And I'm going to semi-center this with an X of 150. And let's do 25. All right, I'm good with that, and I could go bigger. Crazy. Oh, now it's off the page. All right, now we need an if. We need a conditional, because this crazy background, this silly background, is only going to show up if we're winning. And right now, I just asked the computer to run it all the time. So I'm going to head over to control, and I need an if and an else. I'll put mine right here. That's fine. And I'm actually, I can leave that background. It won't matter anyways. But what do we want? Well, we're trying to do something if a thing occurs. What occurs? Well, if the score is greater than 10 or equal 10 coins. So once I've gotten 10. So I'm going to say if, and I'll use a greater than, if coins, or no, score, right? That's our variable. Score is greater than, oh, nope. If 9 is less than score. In a minute, I rethink this and correct it to score less than 10. It's a better way. Let's keep going, right? Because that means if 9 is less than score, we have a score greater than 9. So we have a score of at least 10. And once our score is 10, just double check, that's what it said. Once you got 10 coins, it's time to celebrate. You should change your background. All right. So once we have 10 coins, once our score is greater than 9, I am going to now go ahead and ask it to put this silly background up. If the score is not greater than 9, I still want it to run a function, right? And remember, if this is true, the computer responds to this true or false Boolean. So I'm saying, hey, computer, is 9 less than the score? If that's true, then okay, we're going to draw our regular background, except that's not in here yet. If it is false, the computer says, nope, your score is 47. We want it to run this code. On an if statement, it will only ever run the if, this code in here, or the else, this code here. It will never run both lines, ever, ever, ever. Only one. This one or this one, then it runs the code beneath. So we need another function call for the default, for the simple background here, because that draws simple background. Whenever it's less than 9, whenever it's not greater than 9, we need this simple one. Let's try it out. Oh, wait a minute. So if 9 is less than the score, so that means the score. Oh, why don't I just do scores less than 10? Well, the score is less than 10, tell the simple background. I'm overcomplicating. There we are. And now. Rah! Oh my gosh, I'm so slow. Why didn't I cheat? Oh, 4. This is going to take forever. 5. 6. This is the slowest alien rabbit ever. No! 8. Come on. Give me that silly background. Yeah, party. We did it. Onward.